Let's review some of the extraordinary assaults on the health and the well-being of the American people that are embodied in this atrocious budget. First, the president says, let's cut children's health insurance by more than $600 billion. This would strip countless children of dental care, asthma treatment, and other medical visits. It eliminates over $190 billion to the SNAP program, Supplemental Assistance Program, which is the food assistance program which helps 42 million working families from going hungry in America. It calls for billions in cuts to Medicaid. It unbelievably, in the middle of an opioid crisis across the country, would reduce access to drug addiction treatment and drug prevention services with a $1.2 billion cut to the Centers for Disease Control. At a time when we need to be doubling down on investment in drug prevention and drug treatment and dealing with the opioid crisis, the Trump administration simply hides under the bed. The budget would cut the Department of Labor's job training programs by an astonishing 2/3. That's job trainings for our people at a time when we're going through dramatic structural shifts in the nature of the economy with robots and mechanization, and they want to cut by 65% the Department of Labor's job training programs. They want to sell off our national parks and public lands for oil drilling, gas exploration, and fracking. They want to sell the land of the American people, the trust that we've had for centuries, that a great Republican president, Teddy Roosevelt, once insisted upon. They want to sell it off to their friends at ExxonMobil and the frackers across the country. They'd spend $10 billion building their stupid wall, a 14th century answer to a 21st century problem. Maybe they'll have a moat and some alligators to go with it. But didn't I hear somebody say on the campaign trail that Mexico was going to pay for that wall? I heard millions of people chanting that at rallies, and the president saying, Mexico, you can believe me, Mexico's going to pay for it. Already they're putting $2 billion in our budget while they're stripping school children of their lunches, while they're slashing scientific and medical research in the country. They want to put $2 billion into a wall that nobody needs. At a time when illegal immigration from the southern border is at a decades record low. They want to take $2 billion and put into that. They want to cut billions of dollars from after-school programs, from teacher training, from student loans. They want to eliminate funding for Planned Parenthood, which millions of women and men depend on, not just for family planning, but also for basic medical attention. Purely out of animosity towards Planned Parenthood, which has not received one penny for abortion services in many decades, they just want to dismantle it. They would destroy it if they could, despite the fact that millions of Americans depend on Planned Parenthood. They want to cut Social Security, which they promise not to touch, by $72 billion by restricting enrollment in the disability insurance program. And on and on. You name your favorite, most important federal program, and I guarantee you, unless you're a big business, beltway contractor, defense bandit, it's going to be cut in this budget.